Hi guys, Tony again. Just said I'd recap after the session I ran on Tuesday at Pathfinder. It went really well actually, and I'm really happy to be back in gaming again and GMing adventures for people. We did the first part of the Carry On Crown adventure path from Paizo Publishing, and it's called The Haunting of Harrowstone. I've got a party of 4 players. I've got a half-orc barbarian. I've got a human fighter. I think it's a 2-handed chain fighter. I've got a half-elf cleric of Sarenrae. I've got a the guy that couldn't think of what character to play finally came up with a first level sorcerer halfling, which is an interesting choice. But anyway, they all started the adventure together. I had that for ease both on myself and the party. We like to get things moving pretty quick in our group, and I think we're probably limited to 4 or 5 weeks running this game, barring problems, unforeseen problems. And I've just heard that we got one of our other players coming into the group, and he just a character rolled up for himself. So I'm going to roll up one for him, probably a wizard type class, because they're kind of lacking in spell department. It might make the group a bit powerful, but if it keeps it running, all's the better really. I just did their experience points, and unfortunately they're only about halfway towards second level, so they've got a ways to go yet. But I think we only really got about 2.5 hours gaming in the end. We started about 8:30 and called it about 11. So, but in between that there was banter and chat and interruptions and tea and whatever else goes on. I think they're kind of on track actually, because if we had a proper 4-hour session, they might have levelled up, and it's purely just a time factor really. So I'll get things rolling a bit quicker come next Tuesday when we're gaming again. With any luck they should get into Harrowstone jail, that's where the adventure really kicks off. At least this part of the adventure path kicks off. They've learned about a little bit about the jail and its inmates and what happened with the fire and stuff, and they've played it pretty much to how the adventure wanted to be played. I haven't railroaded them at all, and they did sort of go for the investigation route pretty much straight off the bat. They split 3 ways straight away, of course, being my players. Had one he had the idea of reading up on some knowledge, picked an old history book out of the house off the shelves and started reading that, and learnt quite a bit about the jail and the town and stuff. Plus we had the fighter and the barbarian go off on a bit of a pub crawl around the town. There's two places they can get a drink in town, and they visit them, and didn't cause much havoc but learnt a few things on the way, and about the people in the town, that is. And the halfling sorcerer went off and fancied having a look at Harrowstone Jail on his own, so gave him a quick description of what he could see in the dark, and it weren't a lot, so he lost interest and went back home. So coming on Tuesday, it's probably the end of their first day in town. Their trust scores are pretty good. The adventure has a trust system where if they have a certain level of trust in the city, people are more willing to help them, and of course the less trust they've got, the less they're going to help them. Right, sorry about that. I had a little interruption there. Where was I? I mean, talking about the trust level. So yeah, they don't really explain many ways of gaining trust in the adventure. The writer must have left that a little bit open, but doesn't even tell you he's left it open. So I've just decided myself just to come up with my own little trust scores. The writer, that is, gives plenty of opportunity to reduce their trust score, and that really can screw the players over, because if they lose one every night anyway, just through the nature of the place, but there's all sorts of problems that really heavily kill off their trust score, but no way. Well, there's probably like 5 things written in the book that actually increase their trust score, so I'm kind of doing my own additions to that, and I suppose that the writer intended it that way, but never actually says it anywhere. But it's one of the things you've got to do with these pre-published adventures. So anyway, so I'm going to be getting on with that on Tuesday, and hopefully have another recap. I was going to post some preparation stuff, but to be honest, didn't actually do a lot, because basically I read the book a few weeks back, and I had a quick skim through the rules again just to get on top of those. I like winging adventurers anyway. I used to just make them up on the spot with Shadowrun back in the old days, and I did similar in this one, but I kind of knew what was coming up for them. If they went here, I knew kind of what was going on. So it's pretty cool, and I managed to remember enough to obviously keep it going, pretty smoothly. There was no like hunting around in books, for example. If I weren't too sure, I'd kind of make it up, just referencing names and faces. What I'm going to hopefully do by Tuesday is read them through again, the bits that I haven't done. There's a few little instances that happen, especially in which are going to happen basically. I can think of 3 straight off the bat before they even get to the jail, so we're going to be definitely going to cover those on Tuesday, and fingers crossed they'll also start their way down into the jail itself. Yeah, so that's about it for the Pathfinder. Other recap stuff. I've bought an Imperial Guard army for Warhammer 40,000. Really want to get into that. Painting, etc. So I've been busily assembling that. If you know 40,000, it's the Imperial Guard are one of the Horde armies, but you can also take a lot of mechanised options. So I've been building up sort of these great big sort of thruster jet sort of skimmers and tanks, and a few command squads and a few platoon squads. Pretty cool stuff. I like the look of them, and it's like playing with slightly more modern day troops. Maybe think 10-20 years down the line in our own military. But it's only the actual guns that are different. The tanks and that look pretty similar to what we've got now. Also, probably gonna, once I get this out of the way, I'll pick up some Tyranids and a couple of other things as well. And this is all in preparation for running Deathwatch, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine role-playing game from Fantasy Flight Games. and I really want to play that as soon as I can after I finish this Pathfinder off. I know we've probably got about 1 or 2 other systems to play in between that, probably jump in front, but you know, I really can't wait to play that game, to be honest, and I think I'll do that one with figures. You know, I'm doing Pathfinder completely without figures at the minute, just handing them a map of the area that they've explored. But 40,000, I've got quite a few figures going, so I enjoy the painting and stuff, and they're readily available. So I'll start painting them up, and we'll get them on the table. Yeah, so what else was there? There's been no new releases really this week that I've been interested in, so the game shop's not getting any more of my money at the moment. Yeah, that's about it really. Okay, so I'll catch you next time, and happy gaming everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.